In 1898, Ebenezer Howard, a Londoner, a parliamentary reporter, and the man who liked to consider interesting problems, published his first and only book. The book was called Tomorrow, A Peaceful Path to Real Reform, and in it, he outlined his ideas for how to build a good city. The book was reissued in 1902 with a catchier title, Garden Cities of Tomorrow. The Garden City was Howard's response to the urban and human condition of the 19th century London, and this has been by far one of the most captivating ideas on how to build a city. And, as with all viral ideas, it has been butchered and misinterpreted in all kinds of ways. But the impact of the Garden City is incalculable, and it is important to try to understand it. Howard's first genius insight was to visualize human settlements as magnets with power to attract people. In Howard's time, a tension emerged between two different kinds of magnets. You could stay in the countryside or you could move to a big town. Both had their pros and their cons. In the countryside, you were in touch with the beauty of nature. You had peace, calm, fresh air, and sunshine, but life could get pretty boring and backwards with not much opportunity for advancement. So you went to a big town to find better work. This was the place of opportunity and amusement, of education and culture. But it was also so very filthy and foggy and far too expensive to live in. People continued to stream to already overcrowded towns because they were stronger magnets. But something was clearly out of balance in the emerging modern world. People were restless, anxious, and overworked in the overinflated towns. The pendulum has swung too far in one direction, and something crucial has been left behind. Here comes another of Howard's great insights. If a choice is framed as either or, this means that both are probably lousy, and the real breakthrough will be to look for the third. Therefore, the town and the countryside should be married, and out of this marriage the third will be born. The perfect amalgam of nature and society, an ideal human habitat. All pros, no cons. This new kind of settlement, the Garden City, will become the strongest magnet that will naturally attract people from overcrowded towns. Howard was not an architect, so he wasn't obsessed with the physical arrangement of his ideal settlement, but he was nevertheless quite clear when it comes to the features of the new town-country magnet. So, if you wanted to build a real Garden City the way Howard envisioned it, this is how you would go about it. Step 1. First, you need to find yourself a group of respectable pioneers who also want to build a town the right way. Step 2. Now you need to get yourselves some land. You probably don't have enough money, so you have to borrow some to buy land. You will be buying a piece of land of about 6,000 acres somewhere in the middle of nowhere, the cheapest land you can find. Step 3. Now that you have some land, it would be nice to gather some experts like architects, civil engineers, landscape gardeners to help you with a plan for your city. Remember, only the central 1,000 acres of your land will be the city itself. The remaining 5,000 acres have to be left for the green belt of agriculture and farms. Step 4. This is a crucial step. You have to persuade some industrialists to move their factories to your new town. These factories will then bring workers and other professionals who will start setting up their houses in your town. This town that you're building is supposed to be an independent and autonomous community. So now that you have some citizens actually moving in, you have to make sure that they have everything they need in the town itself. Step 5. The main feature of your town is that the land upon which it is built will be completely owned by its citizens. As you build up your town out of nothing, the value of the land will start increasing. And once you've paid off what you borrowed to purchase the land, you can use this increase in land value to generate the welfare fund for your citizens. This way, all the increase in land value will flow back to the community. Citizens will feel a sense of ownership of the town, and as a result, they will take good care of it. Step 6. Remember that your town is not supposed to grow indefinitely. The green belt surrounding it must be strictly preserved. The town should stop growing once you reach the limit of around 32,000 inhabitants. Step 7. This is the most amazing part. Once that your town has grown to its limit, a new one should be started close by, on the same principles. And then another one, and another one, and another one. All these nice little towns will be connected to each other by a high-speed railway. And in time, you will have an interconnected, polycentric system of healthy and autonomous towns. This was Ebenezer Howard's vision for an ideal way to inhabit the planet. Systems of nice and healthy garden cities, little jewels embedded within the luscious green belts, each with its own unique character, each deeply cherished and well taken care of by its citizens. This would be the real manifestation of the town-country magnet. Embraced by Mother Nature, people of the city will thrive. They will have everything they need close by. They will never be bored because they can always hop on a train and visit the neighboring city. It's a compelling vision, but it has never been realized in its pure form, and not for the lack of trying. People resonated deeply with Howard's idea and started trying to build garden cities right away. Letchworth, Hampstead, Weldon. Soon, the idea spread all over the world. Countless garden villages, garden suburbs, garden satellites, all with a varying degree of success, but never the thing itself. Maybe Howard's biggest mission was to assume that you can create a powerful magnet, and then, after it has attracted enough, you can somehow demagnetize it and contain everything with a green belt. A powerful magnet will attract because it is in its nature to do so. It will attract from the weaker magnets, and it will certainly attract everything from the demagnetized ones. But the magnetism of the Garden City idea remains strong. So much of what is being built and proposed for cities today can be traced back to this little book published in London at the end of the 19th century. What makes an idea so persistently magnetic? In the dirt and disorder of the modern city, an ideal has constellated in the consciousness of humanity, a vision of an ideal human habitat as a perfect amalgam of nature and culture. This ideal still guides us and compels us to imagine, plan, design, and build. Howard was the first one to articulate it well, to lay out a solution and offer us an image. The Garden City. And if we don't manage to build it today, we shall forever put it off for tomorrow. It was the best of times. Best of times.